Hello, fellow citizens. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me today.
Today, my friends, apparently we're tracking a corpse. Today we are taking a look at the MISC Reliant Kore. Why is it the Kore? I have no clue. But she's got a solid DPS of 2280 pilot controlled with 330 alpha damage. She has no turrets. She's got a missile payload stock of 14,774. She's got a shield capacity of 3K, taking 4 seconds to fully charge. Her weapon loadout consists of 2 gimbaled size 1 M3A laser cannons, and then 2 double sets of size 2 Badgers, and those be laser repeaters. Her missile payload is 2 Ignite 2s on either wing for a grand total of 4 ignites. Let's get up in her. We are going to go do some bounties. She does have a small cargo hold. Not a whole lot, but something's better than nothing. Your components are in the center here, but you cannot access them. She is a multi-crew ship. She's got her co-pilot and then her pilot seats. When you land, she is horizontal. When you first get in her, she is horizontal, as she is now. However, after you have successfully stored your landing gear, and you turn on the VTOL, she goes vertical. And this is how she is best in combat. You can go into combat normal. VTOL is just better, in my opinion. It's a lot easier for you to turn when your VTOL mode is on. But let's go find us a good bounty. Ish. We've been busy with so much, we still really haven't made it far into bounties here. So we've got our medium bounties. Gonna pick up one of them. And we're gonna pick up Call to Arms, because if you're in the verse, you gotta have a Call to Arms. That's just how it is. Seriously, you cannot tell me that this does not just look like a fat mosquito. If there was legitimately a ship in the game that looked like this and called the Mosquito, I'd fly it. It has to be a fast ship, an interdiction, and just give it one decent weapon. I'd fly it in a heartbeat. Why? It'd be an annoying little ship. Pablo Abendschneider. So unfortunately, most of our weapons are gimbaled, not fixed, so they're one size smaller than they potentially could be. But we will make do. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with gimbaled weapons. I just prefer fixed, because they're actual size that your ship can handle. So they pack a little bit more punch. Makes your TTK a little bit faster.
of a bitch!
Now I'm not going to adjust my power management into weapons like I normally do because the Reliants are not necessarily the tankiest things out there. So we actually do need our shields. And when we clear all this, we will go take a look at the damage model. Good thing about the Reliant is when you're actually up, you really don't have much for center masses to lock onto.
Son of a bitch!
Just die already, Aurora. Thank you. Are we clear? No, we got one more. For the next bounty, we will go horizontal. It's not going to make too much of a difference. The turning seems to be a little bit slower when you're horizontal, but it won't be a make it or break it moment. At least I don't think. At least I don't think often. Thinking tends to hurt my head. Gotta be somebody out there that can relate to that, right? So when you go quantum, it automatically puts you back up. So when we get to our target, we will drop out of quote-unquote VTOL mode. So we're back to being on the horizontal axis. Alright, let's go back out of VTOL mode. There you go. Let's do it. So the dangerous part about flying like this in the Reliant series is you got a lot of space, a lot of your ship sticking out to the sides that you have to account for when, say, traversing an asteroid field. As opposed to when you're up in VTOL and it's just everything's above and below you. So you can go close to the asteroids. We're going up against the Drake Cutlass. This will be fun. Let's do that. So, dual Cutlass. Okay. Didn't see this being much of an issue. Rat bag. Alright, rat bag. You ready to die? Open up with our cannons. Try and get that shield down. And then follow up with our badgers. What is this? This buck? That almost looks like a buck. So we're gonna I'm focusing on the buck over the bounty because the buck's a little bit more dangerous to us than the bounty is. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the Cutlass isn't dangerous, but the buck is fast and hard hitting.
Son of a bitch.
Faster and harder than the Cutlass. So the buck wins for the threat assessment. Well, we lost some guns, which is what I knew was going to happen as soon as we lowered our shield. We're flying with one wing and half of our armament. On the other hand, it greatly increased our ammo count.
Got a surprise for ya!
Alright, let's see if we can finish this engagement without dying. You know, I used to rely heavily on gimbals back when I started. Now I just can't stand them. I understand they're not working properly, but even before they stopped working proper, once I learned how to do combat, gimbals are just not worth it. Alright, well, we finished this engagement with one wing and half of our weapons. Not bad for a stock Reliant Kore. But there's more you can do with the Reliant than just bounties. For, say, the Kore, for instance, it does have slots for 6 SCU of cargo, so you can do some baby cargo hauling. I wouldn't do too much. I mean, just basically you're going to use it long enough to afford a new ship. Just like pretty much any other starter. Although I don't think the Kore is actually the starter version of the Reliant. But in my opinion, all the Reliants are just starter ships. That'll get your foot in the game, get you some money so you can buy a real ship. And we will edit out the quantums. Other than that,
Son of a
we're not going to edit this video. It'll just be raw bounty hunt. Oh, a single raw bounty hunt. Yay. Let's take a look at that damage model. See, there's just not much of a damage model there. Like, it just clean ripped the wing off. That's about it. Well, I do have a phantom limb right there. Boom. Well, thank you for joining me with the Reliant. Now let's try and self-destruct. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you like how I did, you think I did well enough, please hit that like and subscribe.